So many, like going to zero, losing the faith of your partner, wondering, is it going to actually ever go to work? Sleepless nights, people losing faith in you. The list is endless. Like, I don't think people understand how difficult it is to truly go all in on a startup, on a dream, on a belief, and how much you'll question yourself. Over time, it gets easier because when you become conscious within yourself and you understand who you truly are, and you know no matter what you're going after this, and it doesn't matter what other people think, because you know no matter what, you are always going out and doing everything in your best intentions to try and succeed in what you're doing. I think then, like, the external just becomes noise and you just focus on yourself and you keep moving. I think being in the present is so key. I think quite often when you're going through difficulties, you're either thinking about the past or you're thinking about the future. Whereas you're living in the present, I think you don't start to worry about things. You don't start to think negatively. If you're living in the present, yes, you can, have dreams for the future, but if you're living in the present, everything becomes far easier, because when you're living in the present, you're grateful for the now. And if you're grateful for the now, you don't think negatively, and the moment you don't think negatively, I think it changes your whole perception, your whole psyche on what your life and experience it is in the startup journey. Pain over and over again drives you to what really matters. I actually think we learn in times of pain, but not in the traditional sense. I actually think the only reason why we experience pain is because we've been indoctrinated into a society where we live in these states of consciousness where we don't have the gratitude for what we have already. And the pain is actually simply unraveling that indoctrination, that created ego that's been created from the avatar you since birth. And the startup journey, those painful moments, are actually just unraveling those layers of the ego. And by doing so, you start to then get closer to your true self, your inner self, whatever that is, whoever that is. And then you start to learn that nothing's really painful, because pain comes from a place of lack of gratitude. The moment you live from a place of courage, you live from a place of understanding, you live from a place of reason, you have the gratitude to understand that you're very fortunate to be in this place already, and that you're grateful for the experience. Therefore, it doesn't manifest itself as pain. And because you've overcome that already, you're now in a better place to be able to, a conscious place, to be able to execute what you're trying to execute better than what you would have if you had foreseen something as painful. I think when you become conscious, you spiritually grow, you become aware of the struggles that every person faces. You become aware of the ego that's been created within every single one of us. You have an understanding of the struggles that everyone goes through. You can reason with why people make the decisions they make, the choices they make, and therefore you can act far better as a leader within your organization in doing so. If you can't understand or reason with people to why they take the actions they do, you can't be a good leader for your. So until the point where you've grown within yourself, you have the courage to live from a place of truth, you have an understanding of the way the world works, you have a reasoning for why everyone takes the actions they take. Once you have that, you just look at the world from a place where you can get the respect of everyone. It comes from a wise place, and in coming from that place, you can lead correctly, and you're not forced into being that bad boss. You're actually a leader which can make the changes and differences that a company sets out to do. It's part of the process, and you've got to power through it. I mean, don't be constrained to what society says you should and shouldn't do. Don't worry about what others think or perceive. But whatever you do, don't give up. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. There's nothing wrong in switching your mind to a different place, doing different things. Actually, sometimes for me, when I mix it up, go to different countries, different experiences, even, take some time away, I come up with the best ideas to move me forward. So sometimes it's a process that you need to go through, which will take you into a different environment. And by putting yourself in a different environment, you'll actually reset yourself and come back with better ideas, a greater understanding of yourself, and hopefully you'll be more conscious and aware of what you need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. Or at least if it does happen again, you know how to deal with it next time.